The Indian legend, Elias Boudinot said that the book that the white man brought them, the Bible, which wasn't theirs, it was not theirs, was similar to one formerly owned by their forefathers, which they lost because the Great Spirit was offended with them and took it away. These forefathers were prophets, performed miracles, gave promises to their children, providing they obeyed the sacred laws contained in this book. When the people kept these laws, they were showered with plenty, being beloved by God. For a long time past, this prophetic and miraculous power has ceased among them. They, the American Aborigines, assert that a book was once in the possession of their ancestors, and along with this recognition, they have traditions that the Great Spirit used to foretell to their forefathers future events, that he controlled nature in their favor, that the angels once talked with them, that all Indian tribes descended from one man who had 12 sons, that this man was a notable and renowned prince. Interesting. Could that be Joseph, Prince? Having great dominions, and that the Indians, his posterity, will yet recover the same dominion and influence. They believed, by tradition, that the spirit of prophecy and miraculous interposition, once enjoyed by their ancestors, will be yet restored to them, and that they will recover the book, all of which has been long lost. The early settlers of America were of the posterity of Shem, who at the confusion of tongues scattered themselves over many countries, from whence some journeyed to America. Amerindians and their numerous savior legends. Hiawatha, Hiya, 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 Heya, Heya. Andre 3000, the rose above, the rose below. Heya, Hiya. The numerous places where our Hebrew artifacts were found, our Hebrew writings, tablets, or wall paintings were found in America. Remember, numerous legends are stories of a very special book or certain books that were kept to keep the records, very similar to the scriptures, as I read earlier. Let's see what it says over here about it. That the book had been buried on the arrival of the Spaniards. What did I read in the book by Dr. Doriel about UFOs? What did he talk about? There's certain nations of people who destroy knowledge, who destroy the story of the earth. If the Spaniards knew that you had accurate information dating back to the beginning of time, they are going to destroy it. They are going to blot it out. They are going to steal it from you. They work for Lucifer. Certain nations work for Lucifer to delete information. They go around the world terrorizing people, taking their legacy, taking their history, and stomping them out, and rewriting history in their image to place them everywhere, to place them as the best, to place them as the one and onlys. Look at that. Who had kept it, buried it on the arrival of the Spaniards. Let's jump up here to this middle section. The Bat Creek Stone thinks it might have been a handiwork of Hebrews from Palestine during the Bronze Age, and America may have visited North America thousands of years ago. This, of course, revives memories of the lost tribes of Israel. You guys know better than anybody. I can go for days when it comes to the articles talking about this stuff. Remember, this is going back into that there's certain groups of people that always attempt to destroy the true history of mankind, to rewrite people's history, and they're doing it under their control or the orders of dark forces, the Brotherhood of Darkness. The great library in Alexandria, which occurred to history, was destroyed into attacks, one by Christians and one by Mohammedans. Look at all these books completely wiped out, desperately attempted to be hidden from the public view. They went to India and did it as well as Egypt. They came over here to the Americas and, well, Let's get extra proof of what they did over here to the Americas, of the numerous and numerous ancient records that they had over here preserved. Look at what they did to the ancient records over here in America. Just as did the Mayan codices until the conquest of Peru by Pizarro. Thousands upon thousands of codices, the Mayans' ancient records were gathered together in one great pile and burned. They give the recorded history of the world from the very beginning. From the very beginning. And what did the Spaniards do when they got over here? Oh, hell no. We're taking that out. Now they tell you what the Mayans were. Now they tell you they replaced them, they whitewashed them, they completely hid their origins, hid what they were actually doing, what they were all about. And if you want to figure out, you have to pay a pretty penny. And you have to do a lot of digging to find any remnants of these records. So from the book Antiquities in Mexico, you read down here at the bottom, all the way at the bottom, many customs of the Mexicans strongly favoring